Well, welcome back everyone. It is NewMutator bringing you these games, Myth to Soulblighter. It is the tournament, the Myth World Cup 2012. It is game number 1 in this double elimination round 3 matchup between the Tcox and the Time Wizards. Tcox are going to be this black team starting in the southwest. Ramirez is going to be captaining for them. Gamer, changing his name, I guess. Cave, oh, that's Flatline, and Myrk is substituting for the Tcox. There was a little bit of drama, but Myrk able to secure a substitute spot in this matchup here. Bohemian is going to be captaining for the Time Wizards. I'm not quite sure who that is. MP Phil in the game. Scratch, Storm Iron, Father Xmas, Mackinaw Peach, of course, is Renwood, and Stone Cold. So it's going to be 7-on-5 in favor of the Time Wizards, but we'll see exactly how that works for them. Now this is the second match that the Time Wizards played in the DE3. The first match they played is well, I guess that's the next the next few films that I will review and cast and bring to you. I'm doing it out of order because I did get these films first, so I'm going to cast these games first, and then show you how the Time Wizards got here. But basically, whoever wins this match will win. Well, obviously win this match, but will move on to the DE4, and there they will play against the Southern Parkians. So both of these teams are playing for the pleasure of playing against the Southern Parkians. A lot of drama surrounding this match, and I'll kind of cover that, hopefully fill in the holes in case you're not able to see exactly what's going on or why that would be the case. So we'll talk about that along the way. In the meantime, it is Assassin. So these fetch here are going to be the Assassin targets, and it's as we've seen in other matches. And as we will see as well, there's kind of a little bit of, you know, on the one hand, they are fantastic offensively. On the other hand, they are quite vulnerable. So there's a little bit of well, I mean, you know, it's difficult to find that fine line and use them effectively while also keeping them protected. So Flatline even saying, you know, I'm tempted to leave the fetch behind, and Myrk saying that's stupid, you want to use them on offense. And even the Time Wizards saying the same thing, keep the fetch a little bit behind. And yeah, I just wanted to say also that this is this particular game number 1 here is no unit trading, otherwise known as Nut, affectionately called Nut by Myth players. Well, hello Stone Cold, how are you today? Finally getting around to these games. I do apologize for kind of taking a while getting these games to you. Hopefully now that there's fewer games to cast, I can spend a little bit more time and do those. And oh, MP Phil, you are one of a kind. I hope that's your new ringtone. My goodness, I don't even know what's going on anymore. But yes, so it looks like Tcox is going to be able to take the middle here. I'm gonna reduce that, and I also wanted to point out these funny little birds here. These ravens flying around, just kind of flying around. They look kind of funny. They look like they're going a couple frames per second, but I guess that's just the way that they look. Oh, but it's also my machine, so, you know, whatever. I don't think I've seen these in any other maps, to be honest. And I think I understand why, because they look just kind of weird. I think they're a little bit too big also. But kind of a nice touch, whoever made the map, you know, a little bit of variety is not a bad thing. Tcox going with the flank here. Brayunor Ramirez with the Brayunor and goal flank is going to be trying to sneak around and maybe keep the Time Wizards on their toes, find out where their units are. We see Tcox able to deal quite a bit of damage, taking out one of the fetch there. That must have been Storm Iron's fetch. Bohemian with the other fetch there. So Cave and Flatline with the fetch for the Tcox. Time Wizards with the flank of their own, trying to come in the back door, so to speak. This is going to be Stone Cold and Scratch attempting to penetrate this the back end here. And note that it wasn't intended as a sexual reference, but you can, you know, you're free to interpret that as you will. Ramirez is, you know, basically he wants to stay out of range from MP Phil. He doesn't want MP Phil blowing up his units. Man, there's literally nothing I can say without it sounding like it's a sexual innuendo. But hopefully you can overlook that. Not much of a block there by Cave. He's just kind of standing there, and he's gonna block another fireball if Scratch decides to go for it. So far it's 100% to 97%. That fetch being the only lost unit so far. A little dud there for I believe that's Myrk. Cave with a little bit of a maul. I don't know what you call that. Where you just put a maul there, and basically he's advancing in that sense. He wants to keep this high ground advantage. And we see an engagement happening here. Tcox are going to be rushing into this. Cave and Flatline are going to be throwing all their units in there with all of their fetch, backing them up. This fetch wall is going to be very effective. And they are going to be able to take out 4 of the fetch. They might be able to take out all 5. Nice block there by Cave, ensuring that those fetch do not all die. However, Father Xmas does break through, and he may be able to take out 1, 2, 3 or more of these fetch here. If Cave is not careful. Oh my goodness, it looks as if Time Wizards are going to win that one. Oh man, Tcox, it seemed like they had such a it's the momentum, but Bohemian able to back away to safety with his 1 remaining fetch. And interestingly enough, I guess yeah, so I guess my guess is that the Time Wizards actually team killed 2 of their own fetch, and that's why the score is as it is. And yet they still somehow, was it the Time Wizards that did it? I'm not really sure, because it should be 5-4. So I guess. Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why the score is the way it is. Maybe perhaps both of these teams managed to take out 2 of their own fetch. I'm not really sure. If I'll have to rewatch that and maybe add a correction. However, Time Wizards are able to take game number 1, interestingly enough, over the Tcox, and I thought Tcox maybe had a pretty good shot at doing that. Cave doing quite quite considerable damage here, 134 for him. However, the rest of his team not able to duplicate those numbers. Gamer doing fairly well, also 71 damage. For the Time Wizards, I don't know. Looks like Father Xmas and Swarm Iron getting the most damage, 70 and 67 respectively. But very interesting game, and Time Wizards managing to snatch that win away from the Tcox. So kind of exciting so far. That means Time Wizards, the underdogs, are up 1 game to 0 as we move into game number 2 coming up next.